Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. You are watching YouTube and Facebook channels of Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the new lecture of Web Engineering, Technologies Enabling the Development of Web Applications, Component-Based Development, Security and Internet Standards. Component-Based development is already covered in the last lecture. We are covering security today, inshallah. Security technologies are very important to implement on web applications to have secure communication. There are few requirements to use the web applications: authentication, integrity, privacy, and security. There are 4 requirements to use web applications. Now question is raised: what is authentication? What is integrity? What is privacy? What is security? Authentication means who is who. Sender knows what information, what data he is transferring to the receiver. Like in the network terminologies, we have Bob and Alice. So Bob knows this information is for the Alice, and Alice knows I am receiving this information from the Bob. Integrity. We have data integrity and we have application integrity. Data integrity means the data must be reliable, that it is from the authorized source, like for example IEEE, ACM, Elsevier, BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN. They are authorized sources. And application integrity means how much application can protect itself from unauthorized access. Privacy. Privacy means the information passed between sender and receiver should not be leaked, should not be taped, and there should not be any type of interruption. Security. Security forces us to consider few requirements, few factors. What nature of information is going to be stored on the server, to whom it is accessible, what are the ranges of accessibility, what kind of security technology we have implemented at our system and infrastructure level, what are the main security technologies. That is another question raised here. Main security technologies are firewall, cryptography, digital certificate, Windows operating system security, server security. What is firewall? Firewall concept is taken from the old times when people used to live in jungles to protect them from animals like tiger, elephant. They used to have fire around them while sleeping in the night. Same concept is taken in the security. The firewall is a group of components that collectively form a barrier between LAN and the WAN. Firewall security can be implemented at the software as well as at the hardware level. Most of the organizations have implemented the firewall security to separate their intranet and internet systems. I already covered intranet. Internet is a protected network in which nobody from the outside can access the inside network. The firewall acts as a filter between internet and internet transmission and also can set the level of privileges access to protect the site. Basic objective of firewall is to implement a network access policy to pass the transmission through it. In this way, we can examine the corrections that who is trying to access and what are the level of privileges and he is authorized user or not. Firewall system can be a router, can be a personal computer, a host or collection of hosts set up to protect the network, to protect the site as a protocols and services that can be abused from the host outside the subnet. There are a lot of benefits using the firewall, such as protection from the vulnerable weak services and control access to the site. Control access to the site means company can totally prevent unauthorized access from outside, as shown in the figure. Like we have intranet and there is a firewall that is totally protecting the network and totally stopping the unauthorized access from the outside. How many types of firewall? That is the next topic. Application gateways, packet filtering, and hybrid systems. What is application gateway? Application gateway is built of such hosts that need special software to run and act as a proxy server. We have main server and we have the proxy. By default, it never allows anything to pass unless a program has been written and executed to allow to pass the traffic. This is the slowest firewall because it needs a lot of processes to service the request. What is packet filtering? Packet filtering routers have ACL, access control list, and routers by default will allow all traffic to pass when the ACL is on. Router is a network device to route the packet from source to the destination machine, and it's an intelligent device. At this level, security can be applied by the ACL access granted from outside and vice versa. What is hybrid system? A hybrid system combines the properties of both the application gateways and the packet filtering. That means we have the software implementation of the firewall and hardware implementation of the firewall. Cryptography is another security technology. What is cryptography? What is cryptography? Cryptography is a technique in which normal text is transformed into unreadable, ununderstandable format, and it is called ciphertext. And the normal text is converted into ciphertext, and it reaches to the receiving end, and it's converted back from ciphertext to normal text. Advantage is that only the intended receiver can read the original message. If over the network somebody will try to read the data, he will see the garbage, or like you have corrupted file in the MS Word which is not readable, which is not understandable. It is used by the Greeks to send the messages to each other. There are a lot of encryption techniques available, like we have pretty good privacy, PGP, RSA, reverse shimmer Edelman, XOR, exclusive R-bit masking algorithm. There are a lot of encryption techniques available, like we have pretty good privacy, RSA, reverse shimmer Edelman algorithm, and we have XOR, exclusive R-bit masking algorithm. We have AND gate, OR gate, exclusive OR gate. There are two main types of cryptographic algorithms. We have symmetric encryption and we have asymmetric encryption. What is symmetric encryption? What is asymmetric encryption? In the symmetric encryption, we use the same key to encrypt the data and we use the same key to decrypt the data. So we have encryption and we have decryption. When we convert the normal text into unreadable text, it is called ciphertext, and it's called encryption. At the receiving end, when the ciphertext is converted back into normal text, it is called decryption. So we have encryption and we have decryption. It is also called secret key encryption. For example, we can encrypt some text file using a password like Rizwan. To decrypt the text, we need the same password key like Rizwan again to convert from ciphertext to the normal text. XOR, exclusive R-bit masking algorithm, is popular symmetric encryption algorithm. And in XOR, exclusive R-bit masking algorithm, we rotate the bytes in variable directions to encrypt it and make it almost impossible to decrypt. Like in using the carom board or snooker, we use a striker to hit the goats and it's encryption. And when we assemble them, it's called decryption. Same like in the snooker or billiard, we have wooden or plastic frame to set the balls in a triangle form, and we use the white ball we hit and balls will rotate in different directions. It's encryption. And when we assemble them, it's called decryption. So we have fragmentation and we have defragmentation concept. When we rotate the bytes in variable direction, it's called fragmentation. When we assemble them, it's called defragmentation. And same concept we use in the physics. We have entropy. Disorderedness created in a system is called entropy. Asymmetric encryption is also called public key infrastructure or public key encryption. In 1976, there are two professors named Duffy and Hellman at Stanford University. They have developed this algorithm, but they did not patent it, they did not register it. And there are three scientists, Reverse, Shimmer, and Edelman, in 1977. They have standardized asymmetric encryption algorithm, and it is known as Reverse Shimmer Edelman algorithm, RSA algorithm. It is patented against their names. In this technique, we have two keys. When we encrypt the data, two keys are generated. Like for example, Rizwan, and we have second key, Jamil. The one key is called public key, another key is called private key. Sender will keep the private key and the sender will encrypt the data using the public key and receiver will decrypt the data using the private key. We never disclose the private key to anyone. It's like our password or PIN. Public key is used to encrypt the data and private key is used to decrypt the data. But we can encrypt the data using the private key and we can decrypt the data using the public key. Like some company has customers. Public key is put on the server to encrypt the data using the public key, but it can only be decrypted by using the private key that the company has. If the receiver wants to receive a message from the sender, he will ask the sender to encrypt it by using the receiver public key. Sender will encrypt the message by using the receiver's public key. Receiver will decrypt the message by using the private key. PGP and RSA, pretty good privacy, and reverse shimmer LLM algorithm are popular examples of asymmetric encryption. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Have a nice day.